Imagine the person you love most looking you in the eyes and saying, "My day would be better without you." What would you do? Stay and beg, or walk away forever? Before I tell you what happened next, make sure you hit that subscribe button because this story is going to shake you to your core. It was a Tuesday morning, quiet in the kitchen, except for the ticking clock and the clatter of my coffee cup. I looked at her, my wife, the woman I thought I'd spend my forever with, and asked softly, "Rough night at work?" She didn't even glance up from her phone. Instead, she sighed, rolled her eyes, and said the words that would burn into my chest forever. "My day would be better without you." At first, I froze. My mind told me to laugh it off. Maybe she was stressed. Maybe she didn't mean it. But her tone wasn't playful, wasn't tired. It was cold, sharp, like she wanted to cut me with it. For years, I had swallowed little jabs, sarcastic digs, her dismissive tone in front of friends. But this was different. This was raw contempt. I set the coffee cup down, stood up, and without a word, grabbed my jacket. She looked up then, a little surprised, and asked, "Where are you going?" I smiled faintly. Not bitter, not angry, just done. "You said your day would be better without me. I'll give you that gift." And I walked out. 15 minutes later, sitting in my car outside a cafe, I got the notification that would change everything. Her location popped up on my screen. She had forgotten that months ago she'd shared her live location with me when she was traveling for work. My heart pounded. She wasn't at work. She wasn't at home. She was at a hotel downtown. A sick knot formed in my stomach. My instincts screamed, but my heart prayed I was wrong. I drove. Each red light felt like eternity. By the time I reached the hotel parking lot, my hands were trembling on the steering wheel. I sat there for a minute, watching the entrance. And then, like a scene from a nightmare, I saw her, my wife. The woman who had told me her day would be better without me walking out, not alone, but with him. A man I recognized, her coworker. Their hands brushed casually like they'd done it 1,000 times before. She smiled at him. That smile used to be mine. I couldn't breathe. 15 minutes. That's all it took after I walked out for her to run into his arms. Suddenly, everything made sense. The coldness, the jabs, the disdain. I wasn't her partner anymore. I was her burden. She didn't see me, not then. And maybe that was fate's kindness. I watched them get into his car and drive away. I didn't chase. I didn't call. I just sat there feeling my chest collapse under the weight of betrayal. The man she mocked me for not being the strong, decisive one finally woke up inside me. By the time I drove home, I knew exactly what I had to do. When she returned that evening, acting like nothing had happened, she found the house quiet. My clothes were gone, my side of the closet empty. On the kitchen counter lay my wedding ring and a note. No screaming, no begging, no second chances. Just 6 words. "Your day will always be better." She called me over and over. Texted me. Asterisk, it was a mistake. It didn't mean anything. "Please come home," asterisk, but I was already gone. The man who walked out that morning never came back. And the woman who thought she could destroy me with her words, she destroyed herself instead. Because here's the truth. Sometimes it takes just 15 minutes to see the reality you've been blind to for years. Would you have walked out like I did? Or would you have stayed and fought for someone who clearly gave up on you? Tell me in the comments. And don't forget to subscribe because more real stories of love, betrayal, and revenge are coming your way.